Hello, friends and strangers. Welcome back to Star Rail, version 4.3. We're on our way to find Graphia.
Even next to such a lively hot spring hotel, there's a secluded mountain path like this.
Yeah?
These atonement statues all look like small animals. I should find a prominent spot for the ground lamps.
I wanted to say something. I find it weird that, okay, the original place is gone, right? It's old and who knows what, but they made an entire hotel and pretty much like a resort. And that one is still, so off the beaten path. I mean, it is up this path, but, this is very extra because it is not just part of this whole little, like a tiny town even, you could really call this. And this is really just completely, I don't know, why did they place so much importance on this place? I mean, I guess somewhat in reverence to Graphia maybe, but the people who made this are the IPC. I don't think that they care too much about, paying respects to Graphia. They just care about what she could potentially give them in terms of, knowledge about imagenesis. Star of Peculiarity. Hello, conspicuous as I am. I'm a bona fide ad, here just to give you the contact info for all the shady, unlicensed doctors who play Arcadia. They're all staying at the tavern. I mean, yeah. Are these little monkey, little rabbit? And then repeated a lot. No, that one is a raccoon. Can we find a wolf? Because I have a feeling that maybe... We don't have a monkey, though. I was thinking, maybe this is actually potentially, for some random reason, resembling the animal depictions of the Astral Express crew in The Fluffy, but no. We don't have monkey. That doesn't work. Hello. Oop. Well... Okay, that's very obvious. But I'm actually gonna do that later, just because story is what I'm here for. Interesting. Flower. This looks... I need to look up the art later. Maybe I'm onto something with the fluffy depictions.
These two little lamps don't look reliable at all.
You need to believe.
Whatever. It's not like I have any other way.
Snowball fight?
Who dares disturb my 1,000-year slumber?
Okay, someone is probably tricking us, but that voice doesn't sound... At least I don't remember it off the bat.
Not only will I refuse to grant you 3 wishes, I shall also lock you in my canvas to suffer in my stead!
Ah! Are you dead or alive?
Thanks for the invite. I'm not quite dead yet, but I don't feel alive either.
Okay. Pretty good range on the voice actress. But yeah, weren't you supposed to be working? She's slacking off again.
I'm testing the deadline. I snuck out.
Okay.
This mountain path is so quiet and secluded. Ooh, what a great spot for a night stroll. Listening to the calming sound of the springs. Who knows? Maybe my inspiration will flow again like these waters.
Your inspiration's dry, but your excuses for missing deadlines certainly aren't. That's a bit mean, but
I was hoping to find some inspiration out here. With those two goons breathing down my neck, anyone would hit a complete creative block.
I understand that though. Like, having to be forced to just, like, do it is like... Creativity can't really be forced. It's not how that works.
Look at this old stone statue! Ooh, doesn't it look like Himekos?
Yes.
I just reached the real versus fake Himekos arc in my comic. Let me pay my respects. Maybe Graphia will bless me with enlightenment.
What? I made a comment about it last time. But, like, is that actually what's gonna be the thing? That the Himiko we've been traveling with all the time is not the real Himiko?
Miss Colt, when did you sneak out?
That was fast!
I mean, at least it means they are doing their job.
I let my guard down for just 1 second, and corporate asset, I mean Miss Colt, escaped. Now that's scary.
No way are you running away and taking our jobs with you. Good thing this kind lady spotted where you were headed. Otherwise, you might have slipped away for real.
I didn't look at it. What was this? No, we didn't have it. It's a question mark.
Let's go. Back to the room to finish your work.
Come on, not again! Little raccoon!
You managed to slip away once, you can do it again. Now Lex is hauled away by the two bodyguards, leaving only her drawn-out cries for help echoing across the hillside.
Being an artist sure is grueling. I remember being held in a room and watched by 6 or 7 people too. I wasn't allowed to leave until I finished painting either.
Huh. Why are you still here?
You're asking me? Weren't you the one searching so desperately for me?
Not a Graphia.
My name is Murata Graphia, guardian of the world in canvas. It is a pleasure to meet you, nameless of the Astral Express.
You're not the real one, though. You're just... potentially another descendant?
You're saying you are Graphia? Huh. She really does look a lot like Himeko.
Can you prove who you say you are?
Child, you were the one who lit the ground lamps, were you not? If memory serves, that was the secret signal my old friends used to call for me. I simply answered the call, yet you doubt my identity. How strange.
Well, we ran into a lot of other Graphia people, and... I mean, secret signal, okay, but there's so many stories and legends around Graphia that it's like... how secret are the things really? Could it just be another thing from the story?
Let me think. I believe I know why you've come to find me. The arbitrator of the Phantasmoon Games asked you to tell me that our old enemy, the Demon Lord from Beyond, has returned. Am I correct?
Okay, that hit the nail a bit too well on the head. I'm starting to believe you do at least know something, but maybe you are really Graphia.
Since Ahatopia's in canvassing, Evanesia and I agreed to guard reality and the world in canvas separately. Never to meet again.
She even knows Evanesia's name.
But over the past 1,000 years, I often hoped we might reunite in some way. Who would have thought, when word of her finally reached me again, there'd be no warm greetings, but instead only an impending crisis.
Okay, question 2. Apparently you told the IPC people where Nyalux is. Did you want to get rid of her? Did you just want to get to talk to us alone?
You must have many questions.
Oh yeah, I do. Can we ask everything? Well, okay. What exactly happened 1,000 years ago?
My, you certainly have a lot of questions. But before I enlighten you, during the Sindirth Age, that demon lord from beyond once took the form of a friend to infiltrate the Resistance, causing catastrophic casualties. I must confirm your identity, Nameless. Do you carry a token from Evanesia?
I mean, if you mean something Evanesha gave me, there's only this.
She painted a supplicant's mask for you.
Well, not exactly this one. But yeah, is this okay? Does this mean you'll tell me everything now? No. The red-haired girl hands the mask back to you.
The secrets you seek are many and tangled. Perhaps I should start by telling you a story. 1,000 years ago, the legions of the demons from beyond descended upon Ahatopia, marking the beginning of the Sindirth Age. For the destruction, taking a life is easier than brushing aside a feather. Among the countless victims, a baby girl was saved by a painter from the brink of death. He took her in as his daughter and named her Graphia. To protect his daughter, the painter kept her confined to their home. While the fires of disaster swept across the land, Graphia lived in seclusion. Until one day, a falling star streaked across the dark sky, and a deafening roar shattered the silence of the wasteland. Unable to contain her curiosity, the young girl slipped out of the house to follow the sound. And so she saw it. Beneath the cold Phantas moon, a tower of infinity stood on the mountain range at the edge of the horizon.
We didn't hear about a tower before, did we?
This tower had countless windows and rose section by section, slender and tall. More than an actual tower, it looked like a wounded iron dragon that had fallen to the earth.
Yeah, like, was that a wrecked train? The Express?
Indeed. That tower, which stood only for a moment, was the crashed Astral Express. And Graphia's family name, Murata, came from the wondrous sight she saw. At the time, the wrecked train was surrounded by countless abominable monsters. Amidst these foul enemies, a few warriors in strange attire fought tirelessly. But they fell, one by one, unable to withstand the endless tide of monsters. It was only much later that Graphia understood that those who fought and died for Ahatopia shared a common name. The Nameless, who walked the path of the Trailblaze. That was the day that Graphia stepped into the mortal world. Her life as the mother of Imogenesis began. In a long, drawn-out war, fought at a severe disadvantage. She was forced to seek the aid of the Phantas Moon Games, attempting to use the mighty power of an Ionic ritual to lock the terrifying demon lord from beyond within a limited battlefield. This was also the first time in the history of the Phantas Moon Games that the 8 supplicants joined forces to confront a powerful enemy from beyond, the Lord Ravager, Asat Pramad.
Did she win?
She lost. Graphia did not win the Phantas Moon Games, nor did she manage to kill Asat Pramad. In the final days of the Sindirth Age, she gathered every ounce of wish power to paint the world into a scroll. Using herself as a nail to steady the canvas, she sealed the Lord Ravager outside.
She made a seal capable of shutting out a Lord Ravager.
Yes. As long as the scroll still enshrouds reality, he won't be able to lay a finger on the Leviathan's remains buried deep within Ahatopia.
You know about that too?
The story is over. I have received Evanesia's message. I also have a token I'd like you to give her. Please, let us journey together to the other side.
Are we leaving right now?
So, are we leaving right now?
No, there is no need to rush. You have a friend here who is lingering with a heart full of farewells.
You mean... Blade?
Follow this path down to the riverbank of Myriad Wish Grove. You'll find many Wispe gathered there. When you are ready, choose a Wispe. Whisper Graphia's name and your wish to cross over to the other shore. Then release the Wispe into the river. When the time comes, I will bring the ferry to deliver you into the canvas.
Huh.
Graphia vanished? How elusive. Anyway, I should head to the riverbank of Myriad Wishgrove first.
I'm actually considering thinking that she is real. But there's also just... It feels too... like, easy, just straightforward of like, yeah, we just did it. Also, I just realized... I did my daily farming in between episodes and I don't have full health anymore. That's really funny. Doesn't matter. But like... I don't know, that just felt too, like, nobody found her, and she just appears when we need her. I guess she... I mean, convenient as it might be, she at least actually tells us where to go. So, at least it seems fine. Oh, and Blade is already here.
I've heard that in the same forest, giant trees will fight each other for nutrients. How about this? We just feed Shuhu to that tree in the courtyard. It would save us a long trip.
Yeah, but that could also be problematic in other ways.
Say something.
Didn't know you were a forestry expert.
I'm not joking. I'm serious.
If the Elwood absorbed another emanator of abundance, it would likely bring about an even greater catastrophe. Right now, there is no other option besides the Veracity Husk.
God. I talked about it last time a little bit, but like, I know how she feels. It sucks so much.
If the abundance grows too strong, the ambrosial arbor loses control, and the Arcadia is doomed. If the abundance is too weak, the husk spirals out of control, and the Arcadia is doomed just the same. It's called an Arcadia, but the whole thing is built on a razor's edge. Does that mean the essence of the elation is just dark humor?
Maybe? I mean, that's one way to look at it, but maybe it's more about hope, that even though it seems ridiculously difficult, that it still could work. I mean, elation is about finding something that... The word elation itself is like an absurd amount of happiness and joy. It's not something you can easily just reach. It's not something that just will work out. It's something that will take you a while, so maybe it's about just finding the exact right spot.
You're afraid.
Of course she is. You are kind of a family.
I'm not. I respect your choice. Fine. You're right. I'm afraid. So what? You don't think I know what that Xianzhou person meant? 1 in 10 chance? There is no chance at all. Listen, I just can't stand by and watch one of my kin sacrifice himself.
Oh.
Kin.
What else? Friend? Colleague? Playmate? The guy who carries my bags when we go shopping?
I suppose all of those fit.
Fit? How? Ugh. Sometimes I can't tell if you're actually dumb or just playing dumb.
I hear you. Just assume it's the former. Simpler that way. My mind is made up. You should understand. Misplaced emotions will only cause the mission to fail.
You really are just plain dumb. To be honest, I'm the same way. If I could see Firefly cured of her illness, Kafka finally finding the heart she's looking for, and that girl reclaiming her future, then I'd be willing to pick up that level 999 cartridge too, even if it means becoming nothing but a shadow of the Dark Zone.
Don't. At the TV tower, you already severely overspent your time. Don't touch that thing again. Besides, why are you telling me this? You should tell them yourself.
Because just like you, I'm a total, stuck-up softie. Happy now?
Feel better?
No. Unless you give me a sincere apology and a proper goodbye, we're not settled.
Not settled. Is that right? Fair enough. Whether as Ying Xing or as Blade, my journey has reached its end. Before the final verdict, I should say a proper goodbye to my kin. Who's there?
Are we interrupting? Sorry, didn't mean to eavesdrop.
I get it. It was a deliberate accident.
I knew you would come.
Well, I found a way into the world in Canvas.
I met the legendary Graphia. She told me a way to enter the world in Canvas. If we simply chant her name and release a Wispe into the river, she'll come to ferry us.
A legend from 1,000 years ago. And she's actually still alive?
Yeah, hold that. I'm not sure if she's... I don't know. I don't fully trust it yet. There's something maybe not completely just as easy as it sounds about this whole thing.
It really makes sense. After all, you two are practically the same age. Knowing that gives me a bit more hope that you can actually make it back.
Then let's begin.
Of course. We gotta jump once more. Ooh, the tree is hollow. Whisper dwelling on the myriad wish grove, they might be remnants of past imagine or lingering embodiment of their unforgotten obsession. But yet... It looks very much like the tree that Evanesha showed us where she retrieved her ruler. But again, it's hollow. It has a hole in it. Does that mean anything deeper? Oh, we're just on the ground. Beep beep, trainer. There's an actual tree. And we have to wait till it stops. Then we go train. Okay. Sure, game. What are we doing with these? Ah. Okay, this is somewhat weird to look at. Okay, we're not doing it like that. We're also not doing it like... They can't leave. Okay, so what are they for then? This will make this go boom. That
should do it, right?
How many steps does it take to end this train moving? The steps: step 1, draw the curtain, step 2, grant these... And now I try to read too fast, I didn't read it all. So, are we waiting till it stops? Or... do we still have to do something?
Little one.
Ah!
I choose you.
We have to place... And now we can go. Okay.
I summon Graphia, mother of Imagenesis. May she come forth and deliver us into the world in canvas. No Wispe were harmed in the making of this operation.
Okay. Sure. I mean...
Graphia! Graphia! Everyone! Into the world in canvas!
How odd. This time, the visitors actually know of my existence.
What?
Strange. Why is the boat coming from downstream?
I heard your call, and have come by boat to guide you across.
It's a very modern boat.
Greetings, travelers who seek to leave the mortal world behind. It is a pleasure to meet you. Oh? Not an Imagine, but someone here to settle the past and family members seeing them off?
Yeah, that sounds about right.
I guess so.
The power of abundance. What a nostalgic scent. There is something terrifying slumbering within you.
I've heard that something lies at the end of the world in canvas, with the power to suppress it. Will you show us the way?
Ah, I see. You are better informed than I thought. I understand. Time is of the essence. Please, step aboard.
Thank you. The mountains lie distant. The waters still. And snow settles. A fine moment to bring this weary life to its end.
Bring a weary life to its end. To my eyes, the power taking root within you is far from withering away.
It's just a matter of time.
The journey downstream is long. As is custom, I must collect your past stories as fair. I shall use them to paint the path forward, which will guide us to the other side.
My past stories. I am not much of a storyteller.
There is no need to weave your thoughts into a complete story. A single memory, a single breath. These too are parts of your past. Only by letting go of the past can you truly set forth with an open heart. Is that not so?
Go ahead. Say something. I'm curious too.
Will it be about the Stellaron hunters?
Then, I shall begin with that lone island of Insumosu. It was a desolate wasteland, untouched and forgotten. Desolate, cold, the perfect place to lay the dead to rest. I planted rusted, broken blades in the wasteland as a mark of my departure. Little did I know that even after joining the Stellaron Hunters, I would find myself returning there time and again, bringing along a few new swords with me. Their owners, some of them sought my life, only to fall by my hand. Others simply wished to see me one last time, as their own lives flickered out. I was once a craftsman, and those swords, they were all my own creations. I raised those wordless monuments for my old friends, one by one, until they became a forest of broken blades. And what about me and my sword? When will it finally join them in that forest?
I will follow your words with my brush and paint the ideal end. Sword barrier. We've reached the shore you've been seeking.
What is this place?
Okay, I'm a little bit more thinking she's the real deal.
This is the world in canvas, a mirror to your soul, blooming as your heart dictates. May this meadow be everything you wished for.
Superb artistry. And yet, I thought you would paint the desolation within me instead.
Desolation? I saw no desolation in your story. Instead, I found the lingering regrets of a master craftsman. The fire that tempers black steel and shapes 100 blades does not burn upon the forge or anvil. It burns within your heart. That spark within you has yet to fade. It is why this plane has chosen to bloom into flowers.
We've got no clue what you two are on about with all this cryptic talk. But you smiled just now, didn't you?
No, I didn't. We should go.
Blade, come on. Are they by chance any special weapons that we know? No, not really. They're just... This just looks like a Cienjo spear. Nothing too special. Oh, the Phantasm Moon is here. But it's the backside?
He finally smiled. I'm actually the one who can't even smile. This sucks.
Ooh. Meadow on the distant shore. Situated on the dark side of the Phantom Moon, this wasteland is painted by graphite. God damn it, that's so fast. Wasteland was born from a forgotten island in Insumusu. Bleak and desolate, it serves as the ultimate resting place for lost souls. Dark side of Phantom Moon, Wasteland was painted by Graphite's own hand using Blade's Pass as the pigment for the canvas. Your own pass shall be taken as the fare for this crossing, serving as the very ink to map the course toward the far shore.
We have reached the end.
That blue maw. So, this is it.
Correct. Driven by the buried secrets of Ahatopia, you have come seeking liberation. And now, I have shown you the silhouette of the beast's maw. If you should find a way to get out, I ask that you swear to keep this secret.
My lips are sealed.
I will keep the secret. That blue maw, can it truly consume the abundance?
Only a beast of insatiable hunger can end a plague of eternal growth. I have stood watch in this realm for a millennium, beholding the eternal conflict where the veracity and the abundance remain locked in strife. Oh, undying soul, the fate that awaits within those depths lies far beyond the reach of our conjecture. Perhaps you will vanish into nothingness in a mere heartbeat. Or perhaps you will endure a millennium of gnawing, constantly regenerating only to suffer once more, with liberation remaining an elusive dream.
Yeah, that is the opposite of what he wants.
Beneath that calm of yours, I can feel an old friend lingering. Agony.
This is the price I must bear for becoming one with the canvas.
You're telling me if he leaps, he has to stay down there and be torn apart for ages?
That is at least a possibility from what she said, so yeah.
I'm not okay with this. Yao Guang never said anything about this when we went over the plan.
I have lived for nearly a millennium. I stopped wishing for a swift end a long time ago. If the Leviathan does not consume me utterly, then I am still alive. And until that moment comes, I will pin Shuhu to the anvil and swing my hammer once, twice, and again, and again.
Is there really no other way?
Silverwolf. I was never one for sentiment. I'll only say this. In my past life as a smith, I made it a point to forge something for those friends I found tolerable. But ever since I joined the Stellaron Hunters...
Oh right, I get it. You want me to go back and take apart that box Kafka uses as a footrest, right?
You already took it apart?
A long time ago. Quite a few treasures in there. A master-crafted blade, a game controller, and a portable reactor.
That's the armor core, reforged from the remains of the Glamoth Queen.
Oh.
Oh, and a cat scratching post.
When did you find out about these items?
You? You mean we. We all found out. Think you hit it that well? Please, give me a break. We're a pro team, you know.
And you also probably know each other pretty well.
Just split it among yourselves. Consider it a keepsake.
Kafka should be the one saying this, but... You are the most perfect blade the Stellaron Hunters could ever have.
Just a broken blade. That is all.
Blade, you're actually quite gentle and kind. May you find the ending you seek.
Thank you.
Before you go, you have something to say to her, too, right?
To me?
Don't take offense. It's just a few words. Before joining the Stellaron Hunters, I once lost myself. Unable to see the future, yet unable to reclaim the past. Just like you when you were first reborn. Whether we chose this path, or were forced onto it. Leave no room for regret. And never deny the path you've traveled.
I understand what you mean.
Then, let it be. It's time. Do you still remember that passphrase? No need to step forward. Just recite it in your head.
3 of a kind.
2 pair.
Ace. Go. Farewell.
No, he's smiling.
Let everything end. Or truly begin. In the final moments of your life, what will flicker through your mind? The devouring. Has it begun? How much time has passed? Sea of clouds. Ambrosial arbor. To think that with death so close, this is the scenery my dreams would conjure. My heartbeat. It's barely audible now. Shuhu. Are you still alive? Am I still alive?
Finally woke up, Yingxing?
Master. I am sorry. You have the wrong person. I am not Yingxing.
A lad your age, yet your head is more muddled than mine. You're talking nonsense in your sleep, boy. It has been ages since we last met. Tell me, have you let your craft go to waste? Your master wishes to see what you can do.
Not a sweet dream of toasts and laughter, nor a nightmare of clashing steel. Instead, it is a dream of returning to the very beginning, to confess my sins before the master who taught me everything. Typical. This is a standard issue sword I forged for the Cloud Knights, back when I first began my training. Looking at it now, it is a crude piece of work.
Senior Frater, are you truly from a short-lived species?
Why do you ask?
I mean, no offense. I just wondered, why would you come all the way to the Xianzhou to learn the craft?
My home became a grazing ground for those boars and beasts. My parents, they're fertilizer. Unlike you, I won't live to see them wiped out. But my blades will. Look at this blade. Fresh from the forge today. I made it.
That is so cool!
Stop flattering me. This is just a standard issue sword for the Cloud Knights. According to the template, its name should be New Blade 01.
Senior Frater, how could you so thoughtlessly name your own creation? The very first assignment Elder Huayan gave his disciples is, what defines a blade? He always says a name carries the weapon's destiny.
A lone cloud drifts. A crane departs the woods. Let's call it Departure, Junior Frater.
Senior Frater, I thought you'd go with Lone Cloud or Guiyun.
But if this is actually his dream...
Bai Hung. And that bow I forged for her.
then it means that this is something that he really, really cares about. Right? That these are, to a certain extent, his regrets.
In the end, it was I who forged the greatest sin.
For me? Thank you. I told you, didn't I? As long as you set your heart on what you love, nothing can stop you. Hey, did you give this bow a name?
I named this bow Lure after a mythical steed from the primeval Imperium. Legend says it was one of the Emperor's finest mounts, a divine beast that could tread over any chasm and lead its master back from the brink of death.
How did you get so off track? Why pick a name meant for a horse? That won't do. It does not suit me at all. I'm going to call it Recurve Bow.
That sounds terrible. It's like my mother naming me Human. At least change it to something elegant like Winding Stream. Fine. Have it your way.
Look at you! Skilled with both the pen and the sword. You really should not be trapped in this flame wheel forge for the rest of your life. Hey, perfect timing! I have a few friends getting together on the Luofu. Wanna come along?
Staying in a single place your whole life. That won't do. Jing Yuan's Devastator Glaive. The weapon I promised to forge for him all those years ago. Old friends have drifted across the stars. but he remains.
A genius. I suppose Master Jingliu's swordplay should be no trouble for you then.
You little rascal. Do not try to act like my senior just yet. I am from a short-life species. Xianzhou's swordplay takes hundreds, even thousands of years to master. I simply do not have the time.
I heard your bold claim. I'd rather leave this world in a blaze than live until the end of time. It seems you think little of us Xianzhou people, then?
My, the future sword champion has sharp ears. It was just drunken rambling. Don't take it to heart. It would be a waste to throw my skills away on the battlefield. You go to the front, and I will forge the divine weapons for you. It is a promise.
All right, deal. Then I want a Devastator glaive, 4 meters long, decorated with green silk, and you should engrave the blade with cloud patterns. Or maybe lightning.
Wait until you have grown a bit taller. Then it is settled. When the time comes, you shall arm each of us with a weapon of our own. Let us face the fires of war in your place, and handle all that tedious business on your behalf. Come, friends, drink up. We 5 come from all walks of life, but here and now, we are one. Together, we shall bring glory to the Xianzhou, and peace to all who dwell beneath the stars.
By the rainbow and the 10 lords, if I betray our bond, let all of existence hunt me down.
Welp. And this one...
The prosthetic arm and sword staff for Mr. La Mancha were works created by my master and me.
Yeah. This is
He
interesting.
came to visit me even after I was cast into the shackling prison.
Yingqing. No. Yingqing. How did you end up like this? The shadow has tasted the flesh of abundance within you. You cannot even speak anymore. Yingqing, look at me. Lift your head. It was only thanks to you and your master that the shadow of veracity was sealed. I owe you both a debt of gratitude. So I have but one question. Do you want out? If so, just nod. There is always a way out. Just give the word, and I will carve a bloody path to get you out. Right now.
There is no need. I must atone for my sins.
Perhaps if I had taken you away from Flamewheel Forge back then, your fate would have been entirely different. I respect your choice, just as I did all those years ago.
Pity. So much in this world does not go as we wish.
That is true. But okay, it's not just that they knew each other and Ashrael said that he wanted to recruit Blade. There's a bit more history. Which means if he made something to seal the Shadow of Veracity, that also means he should be at least somewhat be able to actually deal with, or at least have some idea of what he's walking into right here, right?
This is not my work. This was where my life as Blade began.
So you're Blade. You sound like quite the expert on swords. Oh, good timing. What do you make of the sword she's carrying?
The blade itself is fine, but the technique is wrong. Swordsmanship is no song and dance. Power starts at the feet. Only when the eyes and mind follow through will the strike land.
My, oh my, Bladey. You really are the ultimate blade critic. Since you have so much to say, Master, why not forge a legendary blade for each of us?
I put down the hammer a long time ago. My hands cannot do what my mind wants anymore. Fighting with a weapon that does not suit you is just a quicker way to die. From now on, if a sword is needed, let it be mine. This shell of mine is the only blade there is.
Not wanting to lose another group of friends or family.
A weapon given by Ying Xing to an old friend. But we are no longer who we once were to each other.
No, you have gone through quite a journey with Dan Heng.
Who I am does not matter. What matters is, do you remember this weapon?
I don't understand what you're talking about.
All that happened. You think you can just walk away from it all? You would do well to keep Cloud Piercer by your side. Or, next time we meet, I will be the end of you. What a pity. In the end, we still cast our weapons aside.
Which is for the better.
Apprentice, come here.
Finally. Is the end in sight? I am here, Master.
Good. I have waited a long time for you.
You have seen every blade I have forged in this life.
Fine work. Somewhat flawed, perhaps, but their edge is undeniable. The marks of a true master.
Gazing upon the weapons I forged in days past, I can only feel a surge of endless regret. The hammer falls and cannot be undone, yet I have spent my life taking one wrong step after another. I betrayed my friends and broke my oaths. Even with these divine blades, I failed to protect those I held dear. My hands are stained with blood. I loathe the reflection it casts back from my blade. But what weighs heaviest on my soul is the debt I owe you, Master. In this life, I fear I will never have the chance to repay it.
Let it all out. You feel a bit lighter now, don't you? But isn't there one last piece you've yet to show me? It is yet to be named, has it not?
That is a mere scrap from the forging of Shard Sword. I hid it away, fearing it would bring shame upon our school. Master, how did you...
Can a mere boy keep secrets from his master? I entrusted General Yao Guang to bring it to you. Since the day you left, I have kept this blade hung in the hall, gazing upon it daily. That raw, youthful spirit within it, it burns to the touch. It is the same light that shone in your eyes the day you bowed to me. It is the keen edge of a craftsman.
I am but rusted scrap now. My light has long since faded. This is where I belong. Buried.
Crushed ore, old materials, rusted iron. As craftsmen, we spend our entire lives in such company. Waste not the bounty of the world, but perfect it through craft. To take what is useless, to take every failed scrap and forge it anew. Isn't that our very mission as craftsmen?
That's a nice way to look at it. Yeah?
Even for a life that has reached its end. A life built on nothing but mistakes.
Well, you can always try another time.
As it is with the work of a craftsman, so it must be with the life of a craftsman. Do you still remember the question I once asked you? What defines a blade? The answer already lies within you. Go now, and forge it anew.
Forge it anew. Interesting. Now I wish more than anything that I could just live a bit longer. Ling Qi himself said that back when he was nearing his end.
Shu-Hu.
You fought me all this time and leapt into the Leviathan's maw. Nothing more than a bit to drag me down with you. A pity, truly. For so long as a single soul in this vast world prays for abundance, I shall return to bestow my grace. And now, I have come in answer to your prayer. Within the Leviathan's maw, I shall grant you 1,000 years of agony, as your flesh will be remade, only to be devoured again and again. You shall find no release.
Well, there's the question though. Because what Blade said before he jumped in pretty much means that this is something he would be okay with. But now that he's really thinking about it, maybe he doesn't want to go. Maybe this is the thing he has to really overcome. His own, anger towards Shu-Hu.
Is this not exactly what you call forge it anew? Poor child. You and the Xianzhou citizens are always so short-sighted. Trapped in this waking dream called life, you cling to what is gone and tremble at the thought of being forgotten.
Okay. That is the same looking flower that we had with Full Wish, which was said to be like the actual flesh of Shu-Hu, or at least partially. It's growing out of blade, like in the cutscene when he jumped in. Okay. Why are there little bugs? What kind of bugs are they? Are they cicadas? Are they not? And aren't cicadas in like Chinese mythology something that like resembles everlasting life? I think it was something like that. Okay.
Yet when I come to carve through your flesh and awaken your minds, you spurn my beautiful gift. You were once some master craftsman. You should know best about the beauty of shaping. I can grant you the power of reshaping life and death, bringing those you loved and lost back to life. Let your friends return to this world again and again, giving you the chance to right every single wrong.
Gotta be honest. That probably doesn't solve any problems, really. It's the weird thing of like, well, if you made a mistake once and you can just do it again and again and again, you can just try again who knows how many times. It's like, only after you actually made the mistake you care. Sure, because maybe you initially didn't know what you were doing wrong, but it's like, it kind of loses its meaning if you can just attempt it again without end. Things have consequences. That is a part of life. And it is something that we have to learn and accept at some point. That we can't just, like, try again. Always.
Righting wrongs. You mean by carving out more walking husks like me? Things that crave an end they can never reach?
That is but a fleeting pang, unnecessary tempering on the path to eternity. If you persist in spurning this gift, this law shall become your prison for all time. Your body will churn for millennia, caught between being digested and reborn. Every inch of your flesh will remember the agony of being ground to pulp, until your very will dissolves into nothing, leaving only a hollow husk that can cry out my name.
Are you done talking?
Ooh. His hair color changed back to what his was originally.
Do you truly believe that I am the only prisoner here, Shuhu? You are the one bound most tightly by your chains. For so long as a single soul in this vast world prays for abundance, I shall return to bestow my grace. You are nothing but an echo of them. A slave trapped within your mission of compassion. You mock our obsessions. You are Yao Shu's most pathetic prisoner.
Are you trying to provoke me?
No. I am pronouncing your sentence. I never dove into this abyss for the sake of a mutual end. I came for forging. As long as you cling to life, you must keep reshaping this body to fight back the gnawing from the veracity. And that struggle is exactly what I want. Let the maw of this Eon husk be the furnace. Let our undying flesh be the iron. And let death, 1,000 times over, be the hammer. Right here, I shall forge and recast you again and again. Not to destroy you, but to create a cage that can hold you prisoner for all eternity. And the thorns of this cage shall forever be aimed at that savior who branded you with your mission. Yaoshe. Are you ready? To turn your vengeance against your god.
I see now. So, this is how you forge it anew. Very well. Let us see how this duel between the condemned unfolds. This forging within the furnace.
In the end, which of us shall forge the other into a blade?
Or in other words, this is a contest of nothing but sheer willpower. A while ago at the Astral Express.
When reunited with family after a 15-year separation, 22% of organic life forms will weep and embrace, whereas 59% will exhibit indifference or outright rejection. Yet, choosing to conduct a covert investigation instead is entirely unheard of. You harbor suspicions regarding Mr. Ryusuke. Why is that, Miss Himeko?
Before Star Rail Fest began, I stopped by his office to look for the family's records on the Phantom Moon games. Out of concern, or perhaps curiosity, I leafed through his portfolio. The artwork was magnificent, with each piece serving as a microcosm of a different planet. That was when it suddenly dawned on me. 5 of the worlds he captured in these paintings are now gone. Lost to the fires of war waged by the Antimatter Legion.
Just as you suspected, Mr. Ryusuke's travels have been highly suspicious.
Why is the ground flickering like that? Starrail, you okay? Okay, this is hinting at another thing from the trailer. That kind of, I think, was a bit of a spoiler, but if they're bringing it out this openly anyway, then it's a thing of like, okay, if you reach this point, you would somehow connect the dots anyway.
In the year 1969 of the Arcadian calendar, he traveled to the Delcor Ring to sculpt a statue for the Doctors of Chaos. 2 years later, the IPC received word that the last local resistance group had rejected all aid and launched a suicide charge against the Legion. Also, in 1984 of the Arcadian calendar, he traveled alone to the planet Goliath's Shepherd. After a century of resistance in the fires of war, the planet was officially declared dead 9 years later. Both incidents point back to a single culprit.
The Lord Ravager Asat Pramad.
However, there is also evidence suggesting that Mr. Ryusuke was still in plain Arcadia when Asat Pramad appeared. Additionally, the IPC recovered a commission he received. It read, "Please carve a trace of our lasting glory, just before the world meets its destruction."
Okay.
He accepted the commission, even though he knew the Legion had surrounded the planet?
Legends of the Graphia clan abound within plain Arcadia. To this day, many believe the Weathering Curse is a scar seared into your very bloodline from Graphia's struggle against the Legion. Conjecture. Mr. Ryusuke was tracking the demon from beyond. He likely believed that finding him was the key to breaking the Graphia clan's curse.
Okay, this goes in the direction of Ryosuke didn't do anything bad and it's just a coincidence. Which is not directly what the trailer suggested.
Any other conjectures?
There is another possibility. Please forgive me if this sounds out of line. There is a 52% probability that Mr. Ryusuke was being used by Asat Pramad. He might have even chosen to work for him.
I'll have a word with him.
I'll leave it in your hands, Miss Himeko.
Dad? Do you have a minute to talk?
I do. I'm 1000% free for you. What brings on this surprise call for your old man? I was worried you were too busy, so I didn't want to bother you these past few days. That foolish didn't hurt you, did she? Actually, what am I thinking? A mere herald of death is nothing to my Himeko. You probably handled her in no time. And that kid is something else too. I'm telling you, everyone at school is a huge fan of the Astral Express now.
15 years. The blood-stained games are finally over.
And this time everyone survived.
It's time we sat down and talked. Just as father and daughter.
Huh? Am I dreaming? My little girl actually wants to have a real talk with her old man. Well, I don't care if I heard you wrong. I'm taking this to the bank. Praise the Astral Express. Praise Hackivili. Give me 10 seconds. No, make it 8. Your old man is on his way.
There's no need to rush like that.
Love you, kiddo.
I should have seen that coming.
Himeko, open up. It's your dad.
What? Was he on the way already, or... That's a bit too abrupt, is it not?
Himeko, come over. Tell me more about this.
It's still there. Why is this happening? Okay. Stay away from lamps.
I originally planned for us to meet at the school, but since you're already here, let me show you around the Express.
Didn't you already kind of do that?
Oh, I would love that. I was in such a rush last time. I really want to get a good look at the place where you spent the last 15 years. Who could have imagined it? The thing that connects this nearly infinite universe is not some distant godlike sheep, but a single express.
I have met many artists who dreamed of boarding the Express just to get a closer look at the legacy of trailblazing. So I am curious, how will the great artist Ryusuke evaluate it?
Me? Well, I'll give it my all.
I was only joking. There's no need to be so serious.
There's actually so much interesting stuff on this express.
Like the table?
This table is kind of different from the others, isn't it? I mean, they all look alike, but this one doesn't seem authentic.
A lot of old furniture was destroyed when the Express crashed. Pom-Pom and I spent quite some time picking the right replacements.
Ah, out with the old, in with the new, huh? Well, the Express has been running for years, so it's only natural to have to patch things up every now and then. You must have had a hard time keeping it running.
It's not that hard. I'm used to it.
Just as I thought. The Astral Express looks amazing inside.
That was a... I mean, sure. Maybe an artist and whatnot has an eye for certain details. But it still is like... I don't know, it feels like a nervous conversation of like, oh, just say something so that we don't have weird silence or something.
These chandeliers.
Maybe I'm reading too much into that.
The designer used the skeleton of a void song whale as a reference. They say it's been here since Dolly's days on the Express. It catches the eye of many people who board.
I mean, yeah, you have a floating whale lamp above you.
But the light seems a bit dim in here, doesn't it?
It's always been this way.
Oh, well. Have you tried swapping in a polarized conductor? Or rinsing the light units in an alkaline solution?
Are you an artist or an electrician, Dad?
I am just speaking from experience. Don't forget, your dad was once the one who set up all the lighting in those classrooms. Is it there? Oh, let me see. It's bigger on the inside. Oh, the phonograph also has music from all sorts of worlds, just like the versions I've heard before. Oh, it's a shame I didn't get to see the legendary infinite ice cream machine.
Dad, you actually believe something like that exists? I thought only kids would fall for it.
A long, long time ago, such a thing did exist on the Express. When the Express passed the desert planet Talon, Granholm left the machine there. Now, it has become a popsicle planet.
What?
Conductor! Long time no see. Your fur looks a lot smoother than last time.
No, wait, no, I didn't digest that completely. Are you telling me there is a planet that has gotten an infinite ice cream machine and is now literally heralded as a popsicle plant? Like, you mean like either the entire planet is like covered in ice cream, which would be kind of fucked, or it is like a giant tourist attraction that serves ice cream. You have... Why is there an infinite ice cream machine? And if that technology exists, why isn't that used for other things?
Really? Thank you very much.
Hey, my daughter Himeko finally opened up to having a heart-to-heart with me.
What a special moment. Pom-Pom will leave you to it then. They say family is one of the most precious treasures. Pom-Pom believes we should cherish them.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna leave you to it. I'm just gonna turn around and still stand in hearing distance.
See? I told you. This time, Dad wins. Oh, Himeko, you may be a fully capable navigator now, but sometimes experience still beats youth.
Aren't you tired of talking non-stop?
Seemingly no.
Are you actually worried about me? I am so touched.
Perfect. I'll make you some coffee.
Oh no.
Huh? Well, might as well swing by the meeting car to say hi to that, Intellitron buddy.
Pom-Pom finds Himeko's father very easygoing.
Himeko, come on. Let's walk together.
You legitimately are like, leave us alone, but like, stand right next to... Okay. Yeah. Has nobody...
Intellitron buddy! Long time no see.
Ah, welcome to the party car, Mr. Ryusuke.
Has nobody warned him about Himeko's coffee?
Rumor has it that the drinks in the World's End Tavern are all brewed from jokes. Since we are in plain Arcadia, any single joke before a drink would be second to none. Since there is only a single joke, it is quite literally second to none.
Yeah.
Mr. Ryusuke, the tension detected in your micro-expressions has increased by 33% since our last encounter.
Oh, nonsense. Himeko is brewing up a cup of coffee just for me. Is there anything in the world more wonderful than that?
A cup of hot coffee right before the end. This must be what they mean by life is short and bitter.
Why right before the end?
Huh. Well, now I see why they call you Shush. Well, since I'm still among the living, let me tell you a joke for a change. A long time ago, there was a truly terrible nameless. They snuck aboard as a passenger, seeking a certain answer.
Probably aha.
Now one day, they ordered a drink from a service robot on the express and told it a joke.
A long time ago, there was a truly terrible nameless. They snuck aboard as a passenger, seeking a certain answer. I have retrieved the same joke from the archived logs. It is indexed under the title, An Unfunny Joke.
But did you know, the first time the robot heard that joke, it laughed with pure joy.
Don't go filling Shush with nonsense. Its database is already enough of a mess. Dad, here's your coffee.
This cup is huge. Himeko, tell me, are you still holding a grudge against me?
What are you talking about? Now drink up while it's still hot.
Analyzing components. Results show coffee concentrate, Heldoran butterfly scales, a species of fish from a gas giant, trace amounts of iron particles, and various other unknown substances.
Mr. Shush, you must be exhausted after telling all those cool jokes. How about a nice hot cup of coffee to warm you up, huh?
My inspiration circuit is vibrating. My radar indicates that the conductor requires my immediate assistance. Good luck, Mr. Ryusuke.
Ryusuke gazes at his coffee cup with steely determination, as if the liquid swirling within were molten magma from the core of a planet. I mean, it might as well be.
Oh, Himeko, if I do not make it out of here, please deliver my resignation to Miss Dolly. Tell her I will not be coming in tomorrow, which is really no different from any other day.
In the blink of an eye, Ryusuke grabs his coffee and downs it in one swift gulp. With hot coffee that's like freshly made? I don't think that's a great idea, but okay.
The coffee tastes like heaven.
Because you're about to die?
Oh, want another cup?
Himeko, Miss Dolly told me that back when you were a school assistant, you used to bring a massive pot of coffee for everyone every single day. They still talk about it to this day. It would be selfish of me to keep this all for myself. I simply must bring some back for the other teachers to sample.
I am afraid it will be long cold by the time you get it to them. But as you said, it is time for us to head to the school. We must return to the source of all these tragedies and put an end to the blood-stained games.
Are you truly ready to say your goodbyes? We can stay a little longer if you like. We still have plenty of time.
We should go now. I have been ready for 15 years. It has been 15 years. Those ghosts have been repeating their final day over and over, trapped inside the classroom you imaginated. Even if they are merely shadows of the past, they deserve to be set free.
Oh, you're right. Let us use one final goodbye to close the chapter on the Herald of Death incident.
Senior, you are back! We're all waiting for you.
Sorry I'm late, everyone.
It's okay. Thank you so much for coming.
Himeko, we don't have enough time for the lobby. Could you please use your amazing Imagenesis skills to decorate the stage for us? I am begging you.
Mia, stop bothering Himeko all the time. If you and the others hadn't slacked off on the rooftop, we wouldn't be in this mess right now.
But the school anniversary is tomorrow. If I do not get this done, Ms. Dolly is going to skin me alive.
You should start by tidying up those ribbons. Once we are finished with the classroom, we will all come and give you a hand.
Hey,
Laughter fills the classroom, but the living know the truth. It'll all happen again. It's just like every single day for the past 15 years.
Wait, did you hear that? It's him. He's back again.
Everyone, hide! Don't let them find us! Run, Senior! The Herald of Death is back!
Don't be afraid, Belle. I'm here. No more running away. We don't have to face any Herald of Death anymore.
Really?
When have I ever led you astray? Look, even the Dean has arrived. Let us run through the anniversary program one last time.
Right now? But we still have so much left to do. The decorations are nowhere near finished.
Oh, it is all right. We have plenty of time. This sunset will linger for a very long while. Just long enough for us to finish our celebration. I hereby declare that the Graphia Academy anniversary and the graduation ceremony of 1984 has officially begun. Since the other grades are not with us today, we shall keep the proceedings simple. According to our school motto, every student must truly understand their purpose before they depart from these grounds. Students, have you all discovered who you wish to become?
Why so serious? It's only a rehearsal. Well, in that case, I'm going to be an artist. And not just any artist. I will be even better than you, Senior.
I plan to study at the Intelligentsia Guild. I want to learn how to create even more interesting imaginae.
I want to study cinematography and become a director. I want to capture every single moment of happiness in the Arcadia.
Hurts even more knowing what happens to her.
I hope that in 10 or even 20 years, you will all still hold these dreams close to your hearts. And now, please welcome our distinguished graduate representative, Himeko, to the stage to offer her final blessing to the graduating class.
Our Senior is doing this? That doesn't happen a lot.
Himeko? Are you nervous? Relax. Give us a smile.
I do not know what to say on an occasion like this. All I know is that this is a comfort the living leave for themselves. But take that step forward. Go and embrace tomorrow. Become someone that the person you are today would be proud of. Congratulations to the class of 1984.
Senior, don't miss us too much.
Himeko, see you around.
Himeko, what's with the sad face? It's not like we'll never see each other again. Farewell.
Well...
Belle. Full wish. Mia. Safe travels, everyone. 15 years. The blood-stained games that altered the course of so many lives have finally come to an end.
If only I had not lost myself in my own grief. If only I had looked after that child properly. Perhaps everything would have been different.
Perhaps. But we don't know.
It was not only the Herald of Death that pushed her towards that abyss.
Fullwish said that it took Plain Arcadia 15 whole years to kill her. Will this world ever get better, Dad?
I don't know, but I'm willing to believe in it.
Dad, all these years, just what have you been doing?
Is that concern I hear in your voice?
If you say so.
After the blood-stained games, I traveled to many different worlds. Every time I set foot on a new planet, my thoughts always returned to you. Until one day, I happened to see news about the Astral Express. The person on that screen was so different from the daughter in my memories. I was afraid, to be sure. I did not want to disturb the life you had found.
He said something like this before.
As long as I never saw you in person, I could keep telling myself that lie.
Yep.
My daughter had fulfilled her dreams to soar among the stars.
Von Walk? Owenly? New Londinium? Step by step, I made my way into the very bedtime stories you used to tell me.
Were they beautiful?
In this vast universe, nothing holds more beauty than the lands en route, yet to be reached. You may have been a poor excuse for a father, but even so, thank you for setting me on this trailblazing path.
Same here. Thank you for fighting so hard to be here alive. It's still early, huh? Let's have a walk around the campus. I have something very important to tell you. But it can wait.
If it's very important, how can it wait?
Something very important?
No. Give me just a moment to gather my thoughts.
Okay.
Whew, nice weather today.
Yeah, that's what I do when I don't know what to say something. So again, it's the nervousness of trying to fill the silence. What do you want to talk about?
Let's go downstairs.
And if you wanted to talk about something from the beginning, then why haven't you...
Oh my god, it's her!
Well...
Oh my gosh, I'm such a huge fan of yours!
Oh, go on. Keep those compliments coming. I could listen to this all day.
Goodness, they are not talking about you.
I hope that he didn't mean it like that, because then I'm actually questioning.
Senior Himeko! Oh wow, she actually looked at me!
Her navigator aura is incredible!
Well, we are somewhat famous now. Still a bit weird.
Like a love song, baby! Baseball Raccoon didn't come?
Oh, Himeko is so pretty.
It gladdens me that my daughter is so popular. But you're all supposed to be in class right now.
The Herald of Death incident just ended. It is only right to let them breathe and relax for a while.
To think that it all happened only yesterday. Young people really do have a way of returning to their carefree selves so quickly. I suppose it is because they believe the Astral Express will always be there to save them. It brings back memories of you as a little girl. Whenever you heard someone mention the universe, the light in your eyes would outshine even the brightest supernova.
That is true. The very first Imagine I ever brought to life was modeled after the rocket atop the Phantom Moon's head. That little fellow had quite a temper. It was so determined to fly higher and higher. To this day, I still wonder if it ever truly reached the moon. Dad, do you still remember it?
How could I ever forget? That thing came crashing down and poked a hole right through Miss Seadrake's tail. I had to take you to apologize in person. I ended up redrawing the tail myself to make it right.
Okay, that's something she remembers from before. So the idea of potentially having a fake Himeko would mean she would have to have the memories of the original. Otherwise this conversation makes no sense, so that whole idea kind of gets thrown out of the window. Doesn't fully fit.
These days, I wouldn't be able to handle that kind of trouble anymore. My poor old back wouldn't allow it.
Now that I am free from the weathering curse, you don't have to spend your life wandering the stars anymore. Why don't you just settle down here? I just can't face the thought of coming back to nothing but an empty home again.
Don't worry. I'm not going anywhere.
The Imagenesis classroom is ahead. So nostalgic. Ms. Dolly?
She might have taken the day off.
I never noticed it before, but on closer inspection, this classroom is so much bigger than it used to be. It must be because of that incident. As the culprit behind it all, you haven't forgotten, have you?
Of course. Well, since I couldn't get you onto the real Astral Express back then, I figured drawing you a substitute instead would be easy enough.
Did you make a life-size train in a school classroom?
The principal himself imaginated an express and went tearing across the campus with his daughter in tow.
It even made the front page of the Dual-Mention City News back then. Looking back, you were always such a bright and spirited girl. Which is why I encouraged you to reach for the stars. When the weathering curse took hold, did that dream only end up weighing you down?
If it weren't for those dreams you gave me, I wouldn't be the person I am today. I'll never forget. Whenever the weathering curse flared up, he would always sit by my bedside and hold my hand, telling me the stories of Sir Camor.
That sounds like he was a pretty good father, originally.
That was always your favorite. Whenever your fever refused to break, you would cling to my sleeve and just wouldn't let go. So, I would start from the moment Sir Camor invented the diving device and go all the way to the second voyage of the Interstellar Explorers. Like clockwork, right about then, you would close your eyes and drift off to sleep.
Yeah, that was the first story you ever told me. And the very story that helped me make up my mind. Even if I could never leave this place, if fixing the Express meant sending just one soul to the stars, that would be enough for me. Yet before I knew it, I'd already traveled far beyond anything I ever imagined as a child. I think I understand how you felt back then. Perhaps one day, I'll set down my duties as the navigator and come back to this place too.
What about the Astral Express?
A crew of the most incredible Nameless will keep the Express sailing on.
Like a teacher watching their student, or a father his daughter. I understand that feeling. Then your dad will always be here at home waiting for you.
So, what is this important thing you need to tell me about?
Yeah. That important thing.
Dad, are you hiding something from me?
I mean, if he really was hiding it, then he shouldn't have said he has something important to talk about.
I knew I couldn't hide it for long, Himeko. I am sick.
What?
This isn't the right place for this discussion. Let's go to my office.
So?
It's the Weathering Curse.
But you're not a direct descendant of Graphia, right?
I know what you're about to ask. I do not share the Graphia lineage, which is why I believed I could find the demon from beyond and save you and your mother. But in the end, Ryosuke was just a useless man who couldn't save his wife or daughter, or even himself.
Tell me, what happened in the past 15 years?
You've seen my portfolio, haven't you? Those worlds are just like plain Arcadia. Every single one of them has fallen victim to the demon from beyond. In those places, luck is a very real thing. And the demon from beyond can manipulate misfortune.
What does that even mean?
Yeah, that's an interesting question.
In ways beyond comprehension, you feel misfortune crashing down like a tidal wave. Solar storms, diamond rain, system failures, one disaster after another.
Is it similar to how news literally calculates the butterfly effect of the universe? Like someone who just plans super detailed ahead and makes every weird thing happen all at the same time just by, well, manipulating everyone involved to do the right thing at the right time, potentially. So it's not really about luck or misfortune, it's just about incredibly planning that is then perfectly executed.
If you make it out alive, bizarre strokes of luck come swarming back to you. And so the cycle repeats, washing over the world, tearing it apart.
It sounds more insane than the Phantasmoon games.
The universe is sheer madness, beyond all reason. I survived over and over, yet my body has become as fragmented as Graphia once was. Is this his way of torturing the rebels? I don't know. But by the time I realized it, there was no escape.
Why didn't you tell me earlier? I could have reached out to the IPC's doctors.
It's no use. I've been chasing after him my whole life. I know him better than you do. Himeko, remember when you first learned to paint? I told you then why we must paint the beauty that we see.
Because the ugly, the despicable, and the cowardly, they endure forever through evasion, like beasts driven by survival. Beauty remains ever fleeting, just as heroes find their end in sacrifice, and stars dissolve after they shine. Humans have surpassed their animal nature. We face our pain and our end to win a dignity that the vast universe cannot ignore. So we must capture what is noble and bright to show that such things truly lived. As for the barbaric and the low, they will endure regardless, needing no witness to their existence.
But Himeko, you are no longer the one who paints. You have become the very splendor that I strive to capture. Fate works in mysterious ways. I'm so glad to see you once more in my final moments, watching you fulfill your childhood dream. You are standing before me as the navigator of the Astral Express.
I should have come back earlier. I'm so sorry.
No. I am the one who came back too late. I've thought about it 1,000 times. On that final night of the Bloodstained Games, if only someone had been there to sit by your side. After everything, does this tardy father still even deserve to hear what his daughter wants to say?
If you're willing.
Yeah. I mean, these two actually kind of found themselves again, found each other again, and are able to actually talk about it. I've said it sometimes now, but mostly also because of her dementia, I couldn't really have a real final talk with my grandmother. That is something that will never come back again. It just didn't happen, and now that chance has passed. But life still goes on. You can't always just look at these things and think, oh, wouldn't it have been so much better if we did this and that? It's like, no, it's over. You have to learn to actually deal with it and move on. Even though that in the moment sounds impossible. But well, I probably will stop talking about that. I've said it enough times. I'm also not talking too much during these things because I don't really have too much to comment on. These are just nice, somewhat emotional moments. So yeah. Okay, I'll tell you about everything that happened.
Thank you, Akiveli. Thank you, Himeko.
All of this happened after you went away. You were jumping from one job to the next, and for 4 long years, I had heard nothing from you.
Yikes.
During those 4 years, I found the stranded express deep in the canvas world and kept trying to repair it. Watching the Phantom Moon grow fuller, I remembered the mask that had been handed down through our family for generations. If I could claim victory in the Phantom Moon games, then perhaps by harnessing the divine authority of elation, it might just be possible to set the Express in motion once more. But the Herald of Death was a complete madman, and he smashed every dream to pieces.
$15 years ago.
These bloodstains. The Herald of Death is heading to Dovebrook. He's already killed so many people. When will it be enough?
So that's the weathering curse. It's like literal cracks in the skin.
Himeko, are you afraid? You're asking if I'm afraid?
She looks ridiculously much like Grafia now that I look at her face. And the hair form.
Of course I am. After seeing all that carnage along the way. Belle, Mia, everyone was splattered everywhere. Like spray paint. Twisted and crushed. They watched themselves turn into... while they were still alive. But Himeko, I'm here for you. I'm okay. I'm fine. If I don't stop him right here and win the Phantasmoon Games, there will be no tomorrow for anyone, let alone a new journey for the Astral Express. And someone needs to avenge those students at the Academy.
That is not your responsibility. If you are afraid, let me handle it.
Okay, first and foremost, who's talking? Might be Graphia. Secondly, I'll go back to the thing I said before. If you lived through this, why the hell did you just tell us, oh yeah, just go and enjoy the Phantasmoon Games? I really need an explanation in that. Because it just feels so just fucking weird to be like, she remembers this. She talks about it. And it's just like, why didn't you at least give us a little bit of warning of like, hey, be careful or something? But like, no. Anyway.
I know hunting down the Herald of Death isn't my responsibility. If I turn around and walk away, no one will blame me. But I am already here. I can't let him get away. Yeah, I'm not really scared anymore, really.
It's also down at her leg.
Warning. Warning. Rogue supplicant has entered Dovebrook District. Aberration threat level, Calamity. Aberration name, Herald of Death. By order of the Department of Aberration Defense, all units must begin evacuating civilians from the surrounding area immediately. Warning. Warning. Rogue supplicant has entered Dovebrook District. Aberration threat level, Calamity. Aberration name, Herald of Death.
Where's the hand?
Squad sent by the Department of Aberration Defense.
Civilians from the surrounding
They're all
area
gone.
immediately.
Completely wiped out. They struggled through the pain as the Herald of Death dragged and smeared them across the ground. But these stains... Is he really so far gone that he's using himself as paint? Even so, he still managed to break through the blockade ahead. That's terrifying.
To take down a monster like him, you need a single perfect strike. Overwhelm him before he can even react.
I think I've got it. But first, I need to buy some time.
Let me handle that for you.
All right. But buying time is easier said than done. It's too narrow here. We need more room. The best bet is to pin the Herald down on that bridge. I'll take all the wish power I've gathered since the Phantasmoon became full, and use it as fuel to paint it into existence. The sheer destructive force unleashed from creating a massive object will break him and leave him completely incapacitated.
But by doing this, even if we defeat him, you would be giving up any hope of winning the Phantasmoon Games.
Yeah. By burning all the wish power, I will be forfeiting my victory. But even if I did win the games and restart the Express, what would happen to this city? To my friends, my teachers, and everyone else? Where would they have left to go? To set the Express in motion with Aha's power, while standing by as innocent people are slaughtered by monsters? To soar into the stars while turning a deaf ear to the screams on the ground?
Understandable that she chooses this. But she did restart the Express.
Someone who does that has no right to call themselves a nameless.
So, how does this work out?
I knew I should have stuffed an orbital cannon or a molecular saw into the case. Using that bigger on the inside Trailblaze tech, just like the Astral Express. Remember that for the future, then.
Guess this is why she has her weird drone that's also a briefcase and her orbital cannon.
Right. When this is all over, I will have to give it a try. Another body.
So, from all that we're seeing here, this is a story of what really happens. This is a story of how we will figure out how she overcomes the weathering curse, how she actually potentially gets to fix the Express. Maybe that's more a thing in the next update. And this is what I mean by I'm kind of really not happy with the trailer this time. Because it made that one random line she never left. I would never even have thought about thinking that this is not the like our Himekos not the real one without that trailer, and now everything that we learn is like it doesn't seem to even make sense, so that line in the trailer seems to be
Guess he was after the Herald as well.
It feels completely disconnected. It feels like a red herring. But oh well.
Black Birch, the masked fool? The one who turned Gotham City upside down not long ago? Only 2 supplicants are left in the games now. In other words, we are the last hope for victory over him. Just like those legends I grew up with. A hero confronting a monster to protect everyone. Now that responsibility falls to me, I will take him down. After that, I will repair the Express myself and see it fly over the horizon and break out of the atmosphere. What a beautiful sight that will be. Then consider this the first world to be saved before the journey on the Express begins.
Why is the text also, like, censored and obscured?
The very first stop, then? It'll certainly be quite memorable. The stench. It's about time.
Is that...
So exquisite! These flowers blooming in plain Arcadia! Ooh, I can hear them dancing at the tips of my nerves! What is that? You say this is not enough? Still not enough! I need more pigment! I mix my colors with screams of terror and pray for the catecholamines to drown me! Department head, I shall show you the error of your ways! This flesh is the culmination of life! Its own king is right here! The giant tree running through our heartopia! I shall become her! We will be as one! No, I will surpass her! I will devour her and become the one and only existence!
Okay. This flesh is probably talking about Shuhu's flesh. I shall become her. Its own kin is right here, the giant tree. Evanescia, or rather the other Evanescia, the fox? Is that the her?
Another new shade, dazzling, shattered crimson. Are you perhaps the color I've been missing all along? Step into this masterpiece! Become one with me and lay the final cornerstone for the future of human evolution!
Stop right there.
What?
So, you actually conquered the Herald of Death and set the Astral Express in motion once more at the end of the Bloodstained Games. Himekos, I believe in your bravery. When confronted by death, you will undoubtedly choose to resist. But you were so frail and sickly. How could you possibly defeat the Herald of Death, who slaughtered every single supplicant? And how could you hope to repair such a massive, stranded express? Well, the answer is clear. It would be impossible for you. That is, unless you had another person helping you.
Welp.
Don't deny it yet. I've been tested by you enough along the way. So now, give your father a little room to breathe. While I was gathering your belongings, I found some of the manuscripts you left behind. There were 2 distinct sets of handwriting upon those pages. Every trace in that house proves that 2 people once shared a life there.
That is why things don't add up. I expected her to make a copy of her potentially with the power of the Phantom Moon. That was my idea. Nothing ever potentially excluded the possibility that she did it beforehand. And I mean, if her father was 4 years away and she was all alone, and she was already good at making imagenesis, right? Why not make a potential just a friend so that you're not as alone? Maybe there was another reason. That's just a little bit of conjecture. But that is the missing piece. Now things could fit into place, and that could potentially then also be why she remembers certain things. Because potentially they had time, the 2 Himekos, to talk about those things. Talk about the old stories.
Legend says that during the Canvas Age, the grand artist Whitebow painted his late daughter onto a scroll and breathed life into her. Suppose, just suppose, that my brilliant daughter created a likeness of herself, a self-portrait so perfect that it breathed and moved with her. If that is the truth, then every mystery is explained. During that night of the Bloodstained Games, a girl at death's door and an imagination she created followed the trail of the Herald of Death all the way to Dovebrook.
And that is very much a spitting image of what Fullwish turned into. Which would make sense, actually.
As a monster bearing Shuhu's flesh and a supplicant lost to madness, Marcus and Tali defeated the pair before him without lifting a finger. Driven by pure instinct, he slowly closed in on them. He intended to use their very lives as pigment to paint a new bloody bloom. Little did he know that he was walking straight into a trap of their design. The moment he drew near, a massive iron fist was imaginated from the sky above. It crashed down and crushed into dust. It was the night of July 22nd, 1984, of the Arcadian calendar. A colossal shockwave radiating from Dovebrook District shook the earth. As the dust settled, a strange urban legend found its way into every corner of the world. Over 10,000 sightings reported a giant arm descending from the sky that evening. In the hours that followed, the Department of Aberration Defense confirmed that the Herald of Death was completely incapacitated. Theories were endless. Was it a divine act by Aha? Or a weapon built by the IPC? No one knew for sure. Yet the silhouette of that giant remained etched in every mind as a testament to heroism.
We read something about this, didn't we? At some point. Not sure if that wasn't one of the videos, but I definitely remember reading something about this.
It was just an arm. Yet beneath the brush of a girl who yearned for the stars, it became an extension of humanity's reach. The girl achieved her dream, and the stars set sail once more. Truly a most romantic fairy tale. And now, unfortunately, I have to destroy this fairy tale myself.
You don't have to go that far.
You don't believe me?
I have no idea who you truly are. But that little girl who roamed for trailblazing, my frail and sickly daughter, from the very beginning, Himekos never left Plain Arcadia.
There's the line from the trailer.
That is not something you should joke about.
She does not seem shocked by it in a way of I can't believe that you did this, but also she doesn't seem so shocked in like, oh no, you figured it out. This seems just like
You know better than I do whether I'm joking or not. By the way, things outside aren't looking good. The Arcadia is drowning in problems. Is it really wise to stay here instead of helping the younger crew members?
Those kids are all grown up now. They can handle their mission. And as for myself, I am staying right here to deal with the biggest problem of all.
nah. Back to more emotional stuff.
Are you intending to stay here until the outcome is revealed?
You probably shouldn't. That just may make it harder on yourself.
It might take forever for him to return, or he might never come back at all. Or maybe, if I just complain and say, I wish Blade were here, he'll just show up. Anyway, it was his choice. We already said our goodbyes.
You're still allowed to miss him. You don't have to swallow your emotion.
Thank you for staying with him until the very end.
Now, it is time to deal with your matters. Gray-haired girl, you seek me out with her token in hand. What is it that you desire?
I mean, we were just supposed to inform you and we came here for blade, did we not? I already told you why I'm here.
Already told me? Our first meeting was just before we took the boat here.
I knew it.
I only answered the call of wish power because of that mask. The one painted by Evanesia. Without it, I would not be here. So, who is this me you speak of?
Wait! Wait. No. We saw the evil emoji, Mr. Meanie, following us into the Hermitage. So I'm going to assume that the false Graphia that we talked to also was him, but we met him in the tavern. I'm just realizing he's at Asat Pramad is in multiple places at once. Maybe. So maybe it's something different than him? Maybe he has more people that are collaborating with him?
Me, of course.
Well, that's the actual thing. That's not just some weird other mask. That's not just some emoticon. No, this is an actual... This is him. Then maybe the one at the tavern is not entirely him, or... Does he also have, like, Imagenesis doppelgangers?
Not you again. A meanie will always be a meanie.
Misfortune and I share one thing in common. We both enjoy dropping in uninvited. A reunion after 1,000 years. Graphia, it has been a long time.
Asat Pramad.
So you finally showed yourself, Lord Ravager.
Back at Ingford Hermitage, what you heard was only half the story. 1,000 years ago, amidst the ruins of Ahatopia, I found a baby girl on the verge of death.
The false Graphia told us Graphia was found by a painter or an artist. Are you saying...
Her cold, lifeless body reminded me of the legend of Elation. Aha heard an infant cry and burst into laughter. Too bad I never did get the joke. So I came up with a much better one. I infused that child with the power of destruction, giving her the rebirth of a Void Ranger. I taught her to paint her monstrous beasts using the life of the veracity as pigment, all to carry out the Legion's divine will. Graphia, your name was your commission, to paint the world and carve a trace of our lasting glory just before the world meets its destruction. You were doing so well, right up until you saw that express crash. It gave you ideas, Graphia. Unrealistic, foolish ideas.
Well, not that foolish, because they seem to have worked quite well.
Since that day, I have had nothing to do with you or your destruction. Your failure began the moment you tried to destroy the Express. All you did was turn the spirit of the Nameless into a rallying cry for rebellion. I took the power you forced upon me and used it to save the innocent. You commanded me to record the end of worlds, but instead, I created a sanctuary.
So,
You think putting on a human mask makes you one of the trailblazers. How amusing. Look at yourselves. That weathering curse is still eating away at you and your kin. It is the inescapable price for being a child of destruction who dares to betray her fate.
That reminds me a little bit of Ting Yun. So maybe there is an actual chance to heal it? Well, or rather to coexist with it.
World and canvas? A total disaster. Yet you still try to dress it up as a victory. Do you know why I haven't spared Ahatopia a single glance for an entire millennium? Because you bore me. But now, things have changed. Someone far more interesting than you has returned. And unlike you, she is the real deal. A genuine nameless. That is why I have returned. Simply to tell you all this.
Now, are you talking about Himeko?
Himeko? I've had my fill of this drama. Now, I'm dying to see how your face handles my fist.
For 1,000 years, I have painted them over and over again. Every innocent life you extinguished during the Sind-Earth Age. Tell me, Asat Pramad, are you prepared to face their fury?
I have more important things to do than linger here. But this little parting gift of yours? Why not let them have a taste instead? Come forth. Demonstrate your defiance.
Is it over?
Watch out!
Pity. Such a clean strike. But the odds of success are 0.
The restraint check failed?
A 1 in 10,000 chance. The moment I cast the dice, the outcome is fixed. Remove the mask, protagonist. It doesn't suit you. As for you, your end is decided. Farewell.
Sorry. I have failed.
Minions of destruction! I will drive you all from this world!
We must force her back to her senses.
It's a literal canvas behind her, and she's riding on a demonized version of the Astral Express. Okay, can we shortly talk about the dice and it literally potentially being about like something that I like to say, which I don't think I've said too many times in my videos, but if a chance exists, it will happen.
The sword's intent may turn cold.
Is that like literally a power he has? No matter how ridiculously low the chance of him succeeding at something is, he just does. Okay, let's read. The ancestral progenitor of the painters of Benzite and Goku, and a remnant of Murata Graphia, once utilized the power of veracity to imaginate phantasmal monstrosities for the Antimatter Legion. After witnessing the crash of the Astral Express, a vision of ascending to the heavens took root within her, leading her to turn against her own creator alongside the Nameless. Ultimately, to protect this realm, she sought to uncanvas all of existence. Within her lonely sorrow, she depicted the vengeful spirits falling at the hands of Asat Pramad over and over again, till that very resentment finally drove her to madness. Well, single target fire damage. Fire damage to a character with high chance to inflict Grudge Ablaze. What does that do? Start of every turn, take fire damage. Target inflicted with Grudge Ablaze can select Endure Flames or Extinguish Flames when taking action. Endure Flames recover skill points, skips this turn, gains Fortitude and damage taken decreases. Extinguish Flames consumes a skill point and has a chance to immediately dispel Grudge Ablaze. Takes fire damage if not dispelled. After selecting Extinguish Flames, this turn does not end, regardless of the result. Okay, so it's a stun for us, but we can get out with RNG? Summons God Devour Offspring and applies Beyond Human Realm to all summons, then causes summons with 2 or more stacks of Beyond Human Realm to immediately take action. Okay. Beyond Human Realm, each deck increases max HP and damage dealt. When extinguished, deals fire damage to the summoner and recovers skill points. Okay, and in phase 2 we have an AoE that inflicts Grudge Ablaze. That's not good. Okay. Well.
Flesh tempered 1,000 times into a blade!
That's a little bit of a spoiler if we're using him for this now. Well, we're gonna see how it works when he gets a turn.
Of course not. That is exactly what that Mimi wants.
Yeah.
Free will, or was it fate? Destined for oblivion.
Well,
I weep
already said it. This is not a build team. So we're going to actually be on story level difficulty. Wait a second. Target inflicted with Grudge Ablaze. Did it? Yep. Does it tell you what the chance is? No. But also, much more interesting, aren't these the same thing that were with the mask Asat Pramad in the tavern? So these are like some of his creations, partially? I mean, no, they were just created by Graphia. So why did he have one of these things with him? A monstrous legion created from Asat Pramad's split voracity power. Okay, no, it is from him. Now the prototype of the Imagine. Asat Pramad sensed within the dormant core from Ahatopia an unending hunger tied to the voracity, whose pulsation resonated closely with the path of destruction. Amused by this restless force, he began his dark creation, erasing human heads, leaving only grinning, devouring mouths that howl, demand, and consume without end. It just does damage, high chance reduce attack target's defense. Okay, let's try to break free. And it just worked. Okay, what is the chance?
Blade eternal! Purgatory take hold!
Like, it doesn't seem like it's a ridiculously difficult chance. It doesn't seem like we have to actually really fear it. How much do we have? You probably have... You do not have control resistance.
You know nothing of the weight behind this power. Survive or be destroyed. There is no other choice.
Yep, it works on her.
I weep for the departed. It too shall fall. On the still waters of oblivion.
Blade eternal!
Well,
return from death 1,000-fold. Burn this broken shell. You will serve as the temporary fire.
I love unbuilt characters because he has like, yeah, he has 50% crit rate. That is with his ult giving him like 20% extra.
Let's begin.
So like, really,
Stand down.
team not build.
Cannot let you touch this place.
Ow, she's... Okay, that was kinda cool.
Finish this fast and catch up to Asat Pramad. Looks like I have to use level 999 one more time.
No need for that. If a sword is needed, let it be mine. Have you thought it through? What defines a blade? The sharpness that endures, after all has worn away. I shall take veracity as my forge, and abundance as my iron. Tempered into a blade! What? Not even a welcome back?
Please, allow me to purge the root of this problem.
That was kinda cool. I'm not gonna lie.
Burn this broken shell. You will serve as the temporary fire!
No way! Blade! You answered my prayers!
1 in 10 chance of survival. I choose to survive.
As I said, nothing but pure willpower.
Time to
Can we cleanse this state? Nope, it's unremovable. Well, potentially. Okay, it got cleansed again. It says it has a chance. The chance seems to be at least pretty okay. But
delay much longer.
Well,
you will serve as the temporary fire.
It's a bit weird when we have him in our team and he is also
1,000 times. What happened to her?
This is Asat Pramad's handiwork. We have to bring her to her senses first.
Okay, it didn't work now. Okay. Again, it doesn't feel that bad. It's like... maybe?
I weep
a 50-50? Maybe something else?
It too shall fall.
That requires much more testing and figuring out what's going on to make it definitive, like, claim.
The truth
Bonnie.
burns everything in this world. It's bleeding.
Purgatory, take hold!
Yeah.
And we can basic
You
Bonnie,
will serve as the temporary fire!
more blade.
I weep for the departed.
And I mean, we've seen everything already.
It too shall fall.
Let blood be hate. I can endure more.
Okay, that was another 2 uses, so again, maybe it's a 50-50.
Blade eternal!
Absolutely cannot let you.
too late.
She smiles. Also, I kind of love the demon version of the Astro Express train. That honestly, that looks kind of cool. And it opening its maw, because it is literally made from veracity, that's also kind of... Because it's not a bad design, I dig it.
Are you kidding? Your timing is impeccable, Blady.
She's so happy.
But isn't this a bit much? How did you even change outfits? What happened down there?
We're explaining it away because he literally just reforged himself. Don't think about it too much. The outfit comes with remaking your body.
I used the Leviathan's maw to imprison Shuho. But that doesn't matter.
What matters is that you made it out alive and got the job done.
Not yet. I have made a decision. This time, I will stay and become a supplicant. I am joining the Phantasmoon Games.
What? You're going to stay here and poke your nose into this world's business too?
We are already 8 though.
Let us settle this first. Are you okay?
Thank you. All of you.
Are you really alright?
As long as the canvas remains, Asat Pramad cannot kill me. You have fulfilled what Evanescia entrusted to you. It was all me. For 1,000 years, I was the one obsessed with bearing every responsibility alone. Asat Pramad was right after all. I have been a ghost of 1,000 years past, arrogant enough to think my seal over the world and canvas was unbreakable. I really believed that accumulated wish power would be enough to strike him down when he returned. We are up against the same nightmare that survived a whole Sindearth age. The same monster that an entire era could not even overcome.
Just how did he even sneak into the world and canvas?
The first time I stepped into Inkford Hermitage, a strange Wispe tried to latch onto me, but it didn't succeed. Maybe that was the first step in Asat Pramad's plan to infiltrate this place. Then, he took on Graphia's form to tamper with my mask, and even taught me the way to summon the real Graphia. In the end, he got what he wanted.
So, this guy has only been after one thing this whole time.
To break the barrier of the world in canvas.
And to awaken the husk of the veracity. We need to leave this place as soon as possible. The giant maw that swallowed me is starting to stir.
But he mentioned he had something more important to do. What is that even supposed to mean? He has so much on his plate, no way he can split himself into pieces and handle everything at once, right?
Seemingly he can.
1,000 years ago, the demon lord from beyond invaded Ahatopia. The power he unleashed was beyond all comprehension. He could appear in places thousands of miles apart at the exact same time, as if he possessed countless incarnations.
What?
He said he was meeting a genuine Nameless.
Himeko! She's in trouble!
But how does he do it?
The biggest problem? Do you mean me?
You said that classroom was a secret place of your own creation, yet Full Wish seemed to know everything about it. You are far too familiar with the Express, yet there is no way my father could have ever set foot on it. And another thing, when we first met up earlier, you said it had been 15 years. But my father clearly left much earlier than that. Your story is riddled with holes. Or rather, you never even intended to pretend.
Right, because he was away before. That's a detail I didn't catch.
You are the only person I can never seem to lie to. And about that last point, it was just a slip of the tongue.
Stop this pathetic act. You are not him. You who dare to impersonate my father, show your true self.
But was the story he reconstructed about you correct?
It seems our pleasant little father-daughter chat has come to an end. Buying time, keeping me pinned down. Oh, you played your part well along the way. If I proved to be more dangerous than anticipated, you would be right there to shield your companions. But, Navigator, you still overlooked one possibility. The most fatal one of all. Why don't you try to guess at what exact point did I take Ryusuke's place?
Before he even went away?
It happened on the day that man, in his desperate search for the source of the Weathering Curse to save his family, was destroyed by me. That year, Himeko was 6. At her mother's funeral, she met her father for the first time.
You are lying.
I have told you only one lie in all these years, my dear daughter. Nice to meet you. I'm your father, Ryusuke.
All that effort, all those years spent by my side. What are you really planning?
Even I find it hard to tell what goes on in this head of mine sometimes. But now, as I look at your face, at that exquisite expression, it all makes sense. I had so much fun playing a father. And the best part, that was not even the most fun I have had today.
Hey, can you hear me? Someone who looks like Asat Pramad just showed up at the tavern. We are under attack by Asat Pramad. Dan Heng and I will do everything we can to cover Yao Guang.
I've played along this far, so why not make it interesting? Let us add a dash of red to our little opening act. You have proven your theory by tearing off the mask of Ryusuke. As a courtesy, it's now time to strip away your disguise. The ugliest lie of the Trailblaze. The truth that has been hidden for 15 years.
Ooh. That's the express crashing down. Wait. Both of them have the... But if one of them is real and the other one is just an imaginary, why does the copy also have it? And if that is the case, then how do we now have a Himeko that doesn't have the Weathering Curse? Did they...
When the Phantom Moon is full again, I will be there as I have promised. I will come back with so many stories to tell you.
The girl looked up at the stars, but in her heart, she was terrified of setting out. She was afraid of the universe, and even more, she was afraid of the weight of responsibility. In the end, she left her wishes to someone else. As for her, she chose to lie in a grave and stay in the Arcadia forever. Ryosuke's daughter Himeko is long dead. When she saw how vast the stars really were, she ran away. Just as the Trailblaze will always converge with the destruction, culminating in awe-inspiring obliteration.
So, you really are a fake.
Right back at you.
O denizens of this Arcadia, lost in its splendor, once I beheld the Astral Express rise again towards the stars here. Since then, you have known 15 long years of unbroken peace. It's been a while, old friend. For 15 years it was I, Asat Pramad, who delivered every promise of beauty to this Arcadia in advance. Now, please indulge in these long overdue surprises.
What? You can't... You know... You don't just fucking end it! Oh yeah! Oh. No, later. Okay. Okay, so first things first. I said it before about the trailer. I kind of really didn't like it this time, that like Himeko not being the real Himeko potentially, and also Ryosuke being Asat Pramad was kind of spoiled in the trailer. I don't mind spoilers like seeing the boss against Graphia, because it's a thing of like, why would she potentially be a boss? Could it be that what happened, she was pretty much driven to madness, as the description said, and Asat Pramad just like let that madness overtake her and make her evil for a moment? Or could it potentially be like some kind of test of strength that we have to prove that we are actually ready to help or something? You don't know just because the boss is shown. That is something that I don't mind as a spoiler. I don't care. That's something where it's like, you could still have a fury about it. But in this case, the fact that like Himeko and Ryosuke were spoiled, that's kind of, I don't like that. But oh well. The second thing. So, Himeko made a copy of herself. And she herself died from the weathering curse, and the copy is the navigator we now know on the Astral Express. Then still, why in that last picture, why did Himeko have like the weathering curse scars, I'm gonna call them? Like, why did she have them on her? Like, why did both of them have them? Because the Himeko we have now does not, right? She doesn't. So that feels weird. So there's probably still something missing from that story. Then we have Asat Pramad. He somehow can just be in who knows how many places at once. And his powers seem to potentially be literally about probability. Like, if a chance exists, it will happen. It literally seems to be about, like, he can look into every single possibility of things that can happen right now, and he can just, like, choose the outcome that he wants. Literally, potentially, like, overwriting reality with the outcome that he desires. How does that work? Also, I kind of am not that happy with him just being in multiple places at once. Not because that's like a bad kind of like special magical superpower or whatnot, but it's just in terms of the Lord Ravagers, we already have one that kind of does that with Phantilia. She is supposed to have like a lot of different bodies, and therefore it's like it's weird that this concept is reused for the same group of antagonists, when the rest of them, potentially from what we've seen so far, like, does not really share too much similarities. But then again, it is like potentially like a completely different like way. Like, Phantilia is mostly like just inhabiting bodies or taking them over. She's not necessarily like doing what Asat Pramad does, which is the question of like, what does he do? Are these like potentially imaginary copies of himself? Is this a fucked up version of what I just said, that he kind of controls probability, and he potentially completely stretches that out of like, there are potential probabilities of like him being in all these different places, but oh, who can say where he is? But he just changes it to like all of them happen at once. I mean, we see the screen flicker a lot during those cutscenes. A lot of the time when he does something, it's like has this weird corruptive flicker, so it feels like he's like literally messing with the fabric of reality. And then, of course, Blade. He has had his cool moment. And, I mean, I'm happy that he's still here. I'm happy that he seems to be also kind of content with what he's doing. I'm happy with the Stellaron Hunters being a nice little family and all that. Even from a distance, a chill runs down your spine as you look at it. This has nothing to do with courage, it is pure instinct. Beneath the blue maw lurks Ahatopia's buried secret, an ancient leviathan that seeks to devour all, forever unsatiable. And that seems to be the big plan. Asat Pramad wants to get it out. That's another thing with Asat Pramad also. She gave us the the way to actually get in here. He gave us access. He told us, do this and you can talk to Grafia, but that's it. Right? He let us actually go in here. He could have just done this himself, but he didn't. He wanted us to be here. Well, I guess the seal is supposed to keep him out, so he can't, but like, he could have sent anyone else that he potentially manipulated or something, right? He could have potentially just sent some of his monsters that he made. Why did he have to wait for us? Because Grafia would have not accepted other people? Right? She said it herself, it's only because of the mask that she actually even answered our call. You know, no, that makes sense. No, that actually all makes sense. No, that's not weird. So yeah. This was great. And we are now in the middle of a final battle. We have other people fighting against different Asat Pramads all over Ahatopia. All over Planet Arcadia. Himekos' mech has already come out. We're gonna see next time what's up with that. We're gonna see what he's actually now trying to do. Is he just playing for time until the seal breaks and the remnant of Ouroboros awakens? Is he trying to potentially, like, accelerate it on his own? Does he have some other things up his sleeve that he wants to do? We shall see. But till then, have a nice day. Bye-bye.